Hello everyone. Could you please let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay and if you can see me? Can you see the screen and our video? Okay, all right, perfect. Thank you so much. So we can start, I think. Hello everyone. Welcome to the iSpring webinar series, where every week we talk about e-learning trends, share iSpring tips and tricks, and cover clients' cases. My name's Kate. I will be the moderator for today's session. And today's topic is about power of PowerPoint. And to talk about this topic, we've invited Suleiman Qureshi, influencer and receivable management professional. Hello, Suleiman. How are you doing today?
Hello and good afternoon. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. It's a quite a cloudy and sunny day here, mix of a day here in the capital of the nation in Lisbon. Very nice, and I'm quite excited to be part of this platform and joining your session here.
Awesome. I'm so excited too. So before I pass the mic over to you, let me please cover a couple of tech points, as always. So first, I would like to mention that at the end of this webinar, we will have a Q&A session to go over any questions you may have. So please keep those questions coming and we will be more than happy to address them. Please enter your questions in the chat box on the right side of the webinar window. And also, great news! This webinar is being recorded, so don't worry if you are not able to sit through the whole session. We will share the recording after the webinar. But I encourage you to stay until the end because it's a great opportunity to address your questions directly to our expert. And I think at this point, I'm ready to pass the mic over to you, Suleiman, to start the presentation.
Thank you very much. So with this all, thank you very much for joining in. It's wonderful to have all of you here. Quite excited to see so many participants here today. I mean, honestly, beyond my expectation. So thank you very much all for joining in. I would see my screen and I would request if you can confirm you're able to see my screen. Oh, I can see it myself as well.
Yeah, we can see it.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for confirming, Kate. Okay, so we are talking about power of the PowerPoint, and I'm just going to manage a little bit my screen. So Microsoft's PowerPoint, that is the subject of today. And with this subject, I'm going to touch upon a little bit of flavor of iSpring suite as well. That is definitely a new revolutionary, I would say, plus to my PowerPoint slides that I'm using. So about Microsoft PowerPoint itself, it's a part of the program suite of Microsoft Office. However, you may need some help in order to familiarize yourself and get a little bit more understanding of this subject of this application itself. So let's be very clear that in today's session, I'm going to touch upon all the major areas of this application so that even if you are a new starter on this application or you are a very expert user, you should be able to see all in all what this is about. And in between, I will complement and couple this information with the iSpring suite, how you can utilize that application as well. I will demonstrate and showcase some of, let's say, the features of PowerPoint and iSpring as well. So you will see a part of the demo in the presentation as well. And as a matter of fact, I will share with you some of the very good tips and tricks for your executive presentations as well that you can utilize to enhance and make your PowerPoint slides more powerful. So it's all about power when we talk about PowerPoint and the Office suite. So what is Microsoft PowerPoint? Basically, in 1987, this product was developed, and Dennis Austin was the producer or author, as I would say it. And initially, it was developed for only Mac users, but then it was quickly snapped into multiple other platforms as well. One of the platforms that is very famous and more frequently used by the users is Windows platform, where it is majorly hosted upon. And there are millions of users who are currently using this Microsoft PowerPoint application in order to build their presentations for their audience and for their people. When we talk about the PowerPoint itself, this PowerPoint can be used for multiple features, for multiple actions, for multiple let's say, activities. So how we can use this application to create presentations right from the scratch, or you can have so many templates and online templates as well you can utilize to get your presentations up to the mark. You can add texts, you can add images, you can add art, videos, and whatnot. Anything can be pulled into if it is related and associated with multimedia. You can put multiple, let's say, transitions on your slides, animations, and some motions as well in order to dictate the movement from one side of the slide to another and transit the slides as well when it comes to the transition of so many slides coming into the play as well. So what else do we use this application for? We use this application primarily for what? Education. So when it comes to the presentation being used for communication, for learning at schools, and for educational centers, it's really making life easier for both teachers and students as well. So teachers are making their classes more interactive, and during this last few, I would say, months and years, we have seen that COVID-19 transformed a lot our education as well, along with many other fronts. So this was one of those fronts that has really transformed itself. Teachers are making interactive fun activities, having this PowerPoint with them. I think this is a very good example how teachers can make quizzes, for example, can engage the students with different teaching activities, questions on the screen, etc., etc. There's a lot, and additionally, teachers can find it easier to create charts on the PowerPoint slides and make graphs better display on the slides for the students, and it's really visual, or to demonstrate and showcase their classes, the presentation made with the PowerPoint, and transform the, let's say, even laboratory sessions and whatnot. So this, for the education, this definitely has been quite revolutionary. Business itself, if you run a business, you should be very pleased to know that PowerPoint can transform your business process even. When we talk about presentation, printing out some things, it's easy to build out a pamphlet and cheap printouts. It's very easy especially for the small businesses. You can enable your reports even in some of the cases on charts and all that. I mean, you can easily convert many, let's say, pages of Excel onto one little PowerPoint, giving even more powerful message. So this is the beauty of PowerPoint in the businesses, and very specifically in the small businesses. So the presentation program also comes handy with the training for your staff. So if you have a business, you need to train your people, you need to train your colleagues. Very good application, very good tool in order to make it happen for your people. I'll come down to the marketing bit as well, and I'm mindful about the time, so I'll keep an eye on the timing bit as well. When it comes to the marketing itself, I think the main goal of marketing is to improve the communication between the businesses and their customers. So I think what better can be than PowerPoint presentation to showcase your business to your clients, to your colleagues, and to your business associates. Research shows that the human brain requires at the very least 13 milliseconds to process a picture. 13 milliseconds to process a picture, and that is 60,000 times faster than the speed at which our brain is processing text. So you can imagine the fast speed it takes a PowerPoint slide to get into somebody's brain and cognition and make them understand, which will take 60,000 times more effort for a text to come into that. So no surprise that infographics that are being used by marketing folks and sales folks are becoming increasingly powerful for the same reason. And using PowerPoint slides basically makes your message more memorable. So I think this makes it very, very good for the marketing teams in order to get more from their presentation than just a presentation. Now we have so much value added, having the add-ons like we have iSpring as well. We have Adobe add-ons, etc. So you can modify, illustrate with the Photoshop and all that, really carry out important message in various domains with a very simple PowerPoint deck to your audience and to your customers. Really, I see so many advantages here when using PowerPoint. So if you have not been using it for storytelling, if you have not been using it to content creation, if you have not been using it to create your own brand identity, use it today, or start learning using it today. So I will bring more as well around this subject in more details as well. But looking at itself, the PowerPoint, how to launch it. So if you have it installed on your PC, simply you have to click on the Start button. You have to go to the All Programs, and there you will find Microsoft Office Suite. Click on it, and you will see Microsoft PowerPoint over there. So when we talk about this, what you're going to learn today, you will learn how to comfortably work with PowerPoint. And for that, you need to really understand what are various features of this application that you need to learn. You will become one of the, I would say, top PowerPoint user. When you know the application, you're definitely a top user. And then how frequently you use it will make you really a killer in terms of getting this application to use as you want it. You will definitely be able to carry out your regular task faster because you will understand what you have to do with this application. You'll be able to create sophisticated and well organized PowerPoint presentations as well. You'll feel more confident when it comes to delivering your presentation message to your colleagues, to your superiors, to your bosses, and whatever you want to communicate it. You'll feel more, let's say, impressive at work in setting up your own professional goals as well. So if you know how to translate a concept from your mind to a certain scale, it's very easy to get your confidence built as well. And that's where you make more effective business communication. We'll also learn how to make better and efficient business communication using this iSpring suite, who's primarily the sponsor of today's session. And we are going to get a little bit more highlight on that as well. It's free. The application is free itself. You can download, use it. But if you want to utilize all the features, you'll have to register for a very small price. I'm really enjoying that, by the way, and it's my strong recommendation. And you will see today why I'm recommending this. So iSpring Suite is very powerful PowerPoint-based application authorizing you to use the toolkit produced by the solutions itself. And you can find so many options there. They have recording, audio recording options, so you can use this application for audio recording, video recording as well. You can manage your narrations as well. So where you're talking and where you're not talking, you can align that part as well. One of the favorite features that I have is role play over there. So you can build in the role plays. For example, if you want to build a couple of people with two different messages and showcase them in your PowerPoint, we will use them today and you will see how it works. Quizzes, you can make it more interactive. You can build really the sessions for your students. You can create quizzes and interactive sessions for your classes, for your audiences, wherever they are. So if you're a teacher, I think you can find a better application than this. And you can also find a YouTube video on my channel, very specifically demonstrating more features of iSpring as well. So don't forget to subscribe my channel. Go there and see how I've been using this application in a couple of videos over there. Screen recording is a very good feature here. I've been using it personally for my own channel as well. A few slides I recorded with the help of the iSpring suite. You can directly pull your videos, your recordings, your interactive sessions into YouTube and other web applications as well. So you can find those here in the screen as well. You have a lot of good slide templates there as well. Good characters, you can find them there as well to use into different, let's say, scenarios on your slides, showcasing and portraying different things, icons, objects on top of the PowerPoint application you'll find over there. And there are specific translation options as well. That is very impressive to see. And directly from here, as you can see on the screen, you can publish your videos, your interactive learnings, etc. as well. So you'll find the link in the presentation as well, in the chat as well. Do go over and subscribe this application. Now, the reasons why you need PowerPoint itself. Now let's come back to our application, Microsoft PowerPoint. There are certain reasons that I would like to highlight before we go into the application that why we really need a PowerPoint slide for us. First of all, it boosts your confidence as a presenter because part of the job it has done already. And it has also carried your message from the slide directly into the cognition of your audience quickly. So the message is there. Now you get confident that I've done my job. Now I just need to carry it forward. PowerPoint keeps meetings on the topic. So for example, on the screen, you see these 7 topics. If I'm supposed to talk only about these 7 topics, and I'm talking to you on this interactive session, I'll keep myself and you as well limited to this agenda of 7 items. So I think this is a good ability to constrict and restrict our communication with our users using specific points here. Then PowerPoint enables quick communication of complex ideas. I mean, you have hundreds of pages in Word, you have hundreds of tabs in Excel. You can pull them all together in a couple of slides or a set of slides and present it. So it makes very complex situations very easy to communicate. The only thing that you need to understand is to understand the application, how it works. Then PowerPoint also helps you to deliver a more memorable message. As I said in the start, whatever people see visually, it gets stuck. It remains for a longer period of time. So tell people numbers, they will forget them. Show them in a scenario, comparison, graph, chart, they will never forget it. So it makes your message more memorable. And obviously it helps. PowerPoint allows the audience to be in the moment. So we can keep them. I mean, as you can see on the screen, I'm keeping you in the moment. I'm keeping you in these 7, let's say, ideas that we have here. Similarly, you can keep your audience in the moment as well. Imagine that if I'm talking to you in this session without anything, without any slides, you can even not remember how many items I discussed with you in the last slide. So this is how we make it more visual and we keep it more into your heads, into the audience's heads. And then the PowerPoint is a very, very perfect tool for visual messaging. So we can see, I mean, it has been something in the digital era of applications. I think it's one of the most outstanding applications to showcase your material in a more visual and more meaningful way. And last but not the least, the bonus tip that PowerPoint designs professionally save you very, very valuable time. So, I mean, if you compare building up a full business case and selling and preparing it to your audience, and then coming down to a PowerPoint slide, just putting your idea and concept in the PowerPoint, it's much faster, very fast. So it saves big time, your time as well, when it comes to saving your time. So with this, I would move quickly to a quiz. I want to know whether you have been giving an ear to me or not. So we will showcase quickly on the screen a quiz. And it is here, I guess. It is here. So it is a collection of data and information.
Yes, I just launched a poll. So do you see that, Suleiman?
Yes, see that.
Okay, great.
Okay, my voice is breaking maybe, so I'll keep my audio close to myself. Okay, so I'm getting answers here. So it is a collection of data and information that is to be delivered to a specific audience. So is it presentation? Is it PowerPoint presentation? Is it effective presentation? It is slideshow presentation. I see there are so many answers. Very nice. Okay, so far the number 1 is PowerPoint presentation. Very good. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I'll stick to the question and the poll for a few more seconds just to see your feedback. It's very interesting to see different point of views here. Very nice. So in the interest of time, because we have a lot to cover as well today, and I'm already done with 19 minutes, I'll be careful before Kate pushes me that, hey, be mindful of the time. So yeah, the right answer for the question is PowerPoint presentation. And that's what we discussed. That is a collection of data and information that has to be delivered to a specific audience. So we use PowerPoint presentation as a mean to carry this forward. Thank you very much for your feedback on that quiz. So let's move on to the next slide. And this gives you a little bit of idea of the design courses iSpring Suite has in itself. So you can log in there and you can design your courses like really pro. So you can be interactive with the courses and assessments, even with non-tech skills. So it doesn't matter if you're not techie, no worries at all. You will be after using the application. So you get along with the application, very straightforward and very simple. You just have to pass through different, I would say, in a non-technical way, yes, no's, and then you get to know how to deal with it. It's very simple. I mean, I think even when I came to the iSpring suite, it was faster for me to learn than the time I took into getting along with my Android phone. So that's very, very simple and straightforward when it comes to the application itself. The suite itself has so many options. There is a PowerPoint to multiple conversion as well. You can make mobile ready courses as well. So if you are in suburb somewhere where your audience, your students don't have, let's say, tablets and computers, no worries. You can convert it onto a phone readable model and medium and circulate it to your audience. Very simple. You can combine your videos with the slides and create interactive courses. I mean, as a teacher, I really love to do that because I can showcase the PowerPoint with my own video and I'm speaking. People can understand that. There are interactive learnings. There are interactive assessments as well, video editor, screen recordings, as we discussed, role plays, text to speech, text to speech. You write and convert it. If you're shy, no worries. It will convert your text into speech. Content libraries are ready-made templates are there. You can use them. Adaptive players, online collaborative tools are also there, and there are also learning management system compatibilities as well. I'll not spend a lot of time on this. I will let you all go to explore the website, see the options, download it yourself, and try it. So PowerPoint itself. So the PowerPoint, starting your presentation, you open a presentation, and when you open the presentation, you find this dashboard, and I'll come to the PowerPoint as well, where you have so many options on the top. You find different models, different templates that you can use, and from this slide, you move into the slide editor part. The middle portion where you can play with it, that is the slideshow part or slide editor part, sorry. And when you look at the slide editor part, the most important thing you need to learn is that on the left-hand side, you can find different thumbnails, and on the top, you find ribbon for yourself. Now, this is important to understand why we have thumbnails in PowerPoints and why do we have ribbons over there. So I will take this presentation off for a moment and I will showcase it here. So on the left-hand side, and I'll maybe take an empty presentation here. On the left-hand side, you can see there are different slides. So I have different slides here, 1, 2, 3. And in the middle area, this is the area where I experiment, where I play with. And I put here my first slide. And I put a subtitle here as well, dated like 22nd Feb. This is the, let's say, slide editor, we call it. On the top, you can find a ribbon. And this ribbon, you have so many options, tabs. We'll go one by one through all of these tabs. But these tabs are here to showcase to you multiple options and utilities that you can use here. And when you will install your iSpring application, you will find it here. One of the tabs will be iSpring application, and you can find here so many features of iSpring application as well. Let's be patient. I'll come to them as well. But these are the tabs. So the name of the tab, for example, the first one is Home. Then we have Insert. Then we have Draw, Design, etc., etc. So let me come back to the presentation. So we'll put it back on the presentation mode. Then let's move on to the first one, the Home mode. What is the Home slide itself? The Home slide is when you arrive on this particular program's Home tab, you will find the slide to which you can add your content to. So there are different layouts, there are different functions of the word processing. So basically, the Home tab is the functions of word processing. And let's go back to the empty slide and see how can we utilize this. So in the Home tab, you have a new slide, so you can use multiple templates here, themes of the office. So first theme is, this is very standard theme that you see. I will take another theme here. For example, I want to pull in this kind of thing. So here I can put my top, let's say, agenda, and then I can put some more items on the left and right side of it. So I can put, for example, here, item 1, item 2, etc., and so on and so forth. So this is a different theme that we can pull in here. You can also find different features here of texting. For example, this is the text I've selected, and I can change the format here. So I've picked up this one, not a very fancy one, or the size here. I'm going to give it a little bigger size. So you can see text being played here as well into different sizes. So one of the features that we see here, we can play with the formatting of the text. We can word process it. Exactly the activities you can do in a Microsoft Word, you can perform with using this home tab with your text here, very simply and easy. You can change the color of the text. You can put up, cross line. You can make it bold, italic, etc., whatever you like. Then there is a paragraph part where you can convert different text to different arts as well, smart art. So for example, this is the one I want to convert it to smart art. I will pick up an option here, for example, this one. So it will make it a smart art for me. I can play with it. I can include one more here, and then it's a beautiful smart art here. Very simple. I can use this smart art option here. Now it is not available because I was selecting already. So immediately I can convert my information into a smart art. It's as simple as that. I can align the text. I can change the text direction. I mean, there are so many features you can see here. I can convert into another shape, a different size, a different direction of the text. I can also use here multiple sorts of shapes. For example, if I want to pull in a smiley, I can pull it easily. So this is also one of the features in this home tab that enables me to pull in any sort of shape. I can arrange the shapes, bring them forward and back in order to showcase the right one. I can choose the slide styles as well. So for example, I have some text, for example, here, and I would like to make a different format for this one. I can pick up any of these formats here, and I can give it a style. You can see the moment I'm moving, the style is changing down there. So I can give it any sort of style here as well. Then we can give different fill, different outline options. So the outline is the outline on the very edge of it. You can see here, if I change the color, it is now orange. You can see that. If you cannot see that, I will show you in a moment. You can go down into the weight and you can increase it. Now it's visible. Okay. So these are certain options, and there is a dictate option as well in Microsoft, where Microsoft is picking all of the text that I'm speaking into words. So we can have it here. Now it is not working for me. Reason being, I have my audio being used here with you. Now it has clicked. Now it is dictating my words, and it is writing down everything that I am seeing. You see, and it's pretty much accurate with the description as well. Apart from some of the, let's say, phenomenal issues that somebody can have with the accent. And I press the stop button, it has stopped. So it's a facility for me in order to dictate what I'm doing here. There are design ideas as well. Usually it is good for having multiple pictures on your slide, and you can click on it and it will give you definitely a lot of ideas. You can see here, it can give me this idea, that idea. You can see here, magical, no? It will give you very quickly multiple ideas for your PowerPoint slides to be showcased to your audience. So even the thinking part of your design is being managed by the artificial intelligence here to make your PowerPoint more easy and simple. So that was the Home tab. While we are looking at the Home tab, I would also like to highlight that we have, after the Home tab in the agenda, a couple of features for PowerPoint functionality that is replicated by iSpring in order to give you more time saving, effort saving, and money saving as well. So what I would like to do now is I would go back onto my slide. I will take this empty slide. This is good. We can experiment here with this one. And here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use here, showcase here, certainly something with iSpring Suite here. So on the iSpring Suite, you can simply do multiple activities. So I will pick up here, for example, a character. So I click on the characters and it took me to the other side. I will showcase it here. It will obviously go online to get me multiple characters here. So I can pick up any character. The good thing, I mean, I can simply get these characters in PowerPoint as well. Why do I have to have iSpring Suite? The interesting thing is on the very left-hand side of screen. So you can see I can pick up from under 12 years age. This is my kind of a feature in iSpring that I can utilize and pick up people, for example, from 40 to 60. I can go with the middle age as well. It's up to me how I want to pick up people. I can pick up the clothing as casual. I can pick up the clothing as business. You can see on the screen. Sporty. So I take out the business and I can pick up the sporty interactions. And very simple. I mean, there are so many, I would say, different poses. You can see handshake here. You can see waving. You can see high five, fist, everything. It's very interesting. I can go with the ethnicity as well. If I want to put, I need some Asian faces. I can pick them up. I need some Indians. I can pick them up. I need some multicultural and racial. Anything I want. I mean, it's very easy here. Middle Eastern as well. Simple as that. What kind of actions I want to pick up? You can see here, silent, talking, any gesture that I want to pick up, I can pick up here. Something is going on with my presentation, so I need to close it here, and I'll go back to the characters. We're a little bit slow in pace somehow. I think it's because of my internet. My applications are getting a little bit. The direction, you can choose the direction here as well. So there are so many things. You can pick sick people, standing, writing, greeting, many options. If I start going one by one, this will take a whole day to showcase to you this feature. So this is having characters here. It's one of my favorite features for this application in order to get me very, very quickly exactly and precisely what I want. So I don't have to go Google, search, and find the right faces for my presentations. It's very easy for me and handy to get it through there. Now let's go back. And after the home, I would pick up the insert bit. Now this is also very interesting, the insert part of the application. So now I'll go back to our sample presentation, insert. Insert, as name suggests, in the tab, it is the home for all the activities, all the things you can pull into your PowerPoint. Very simply. So I'll come down to, for example, insert what? What can I insert? Insert a new slide. And there are so many options for a new slide. You can also find a duplicate slide. So if I have selected this slide, I can simply go and ask duplicate it. And I've got another one. So on and so forth. You can include tables. You just have to be sure what exactly you want. You want a table with 2 rows and 2 columns. You want with, let's say, 3 columns, 4 columns, or more. Whatever you want, you can pull it here. And the moment you pull the table in, it will take you to the table design tab. There you can play with your table, put in shading, put on borders, put on linings, styles, everything. Let's go back to the insert. There you have options. You can go to pick up the pictures from your device. So from your own computer, you can pull in some pictures. You can go to the stock images. You click on the stock image and you will find a lot here. For example, you can find here the images as well. Now, these are the icons, people cutouts that Microsoft PowerPoint has. But the limitation is you don't have that, let's say, freedom that you have in iSpring Suite in terms of selecting the very right cutout people for you, for icon for you, a sticker, or anything that you would like to include. But this is an option in Microsoft PowerPoint. You can include people cutout. For example, I put here this one, and it will take a moment. It is here. Now I can put a text, for example, here as well. I will, again, in the insert tab, I will pick up some text option. I will write it here. Welcome to iSpring. Now, this is not exactly in line with the picture, so I will turn it a little bit from drag and drop, and there we are. Now I can make a little bit bigger size, and I can showcase it here. There we go. So very simply, in a moment, you have managed through using this insert option, you pulled in one handout or a cutout, and it is showcasing what you want to showcase in a more powerful way. You can insert even whole PowerPoint album here. So you have, for example, 60 pictures, you can pull them all, and you have a very beautiful picture here. You can include multiple shapes here. I mean, any shape, square, rectangle, or lines, or basic arrows, etc., etc. You can pull anything into your slide. For example, I put here heart. I can put anything else that suits my presentation. For example, clouds. You can pull in, etc., etc. This insert option also have icons. We just had a look at. We can include icons as well from here. For example, an ambulance I'm going to pull in, and I can go for the smart arts as well. We just used a smart art. With the smart art feature, you can pull in a list, a process, a cycle, anything that you want. You just need to have very, very simple, I would say, uh, options here. You can even pull a hierarchy as well. I will showcase to you how you can pull quickly a hierarchy for your team. So for example, I will pull here, let's say, a new text box. And in the text box, I will put CFO, then I'll put marketing manager, then I will put, let's say, marketing lead, then I put cash guy, then I put logistics guy, then I put another one, let's say another guy. So all of them are supposed to be part of your hierarchy. So what I need to do is I need to just copy it, and I need to go back to insert. In the insert, we have smart art. In the smart art, we have hierarchy. Pull it here, and there we go. Now you have a hierarchy already defined. You just delete it here, the CFO. We have marketing manager reporting to the CFO and marketing lead reporting to the marketing guy. Then there is cash guy and another guy is reporting to logistics. How simple it is to just create in 1 minute your hierarchy where CFO, the reporting guys, and then guys reporting to them. Very simple. So you can use this smart art in the insert section in order to create your hierarchies in seconds. So don't draw boxes, put names, and start connecting them. It takes a lot of time. And that's the power of this application that helps you and enables you to make these things very, very, very quickly. So with this, I would like to come back to the Zoom part as well. This is a very interesting feature in Microsoft PowerPoint. You can create a Zoom slide, you can create a Zoom summary. So I will say, I will first of all remove the unnecessary slides here. So we have only 3 or 4 of them. Then I will ask for a Zoom summary. So what do I want to include in this Zoom summary? I would like to include all of these slides and create. So the Zoom summary is here. All the slides are represented here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to present, and I can go one by one to each one of these slides. So these slides are accessible, having very clear animation as well. So with Zoom feature, you can keep your whole PowerPoint on one page. Easy, isn't it? So this is another feature here in the insert section. You can use Zoom, you can insert comments as well. I'm not going to that detail. It's a little boring as well. You can insert objects like Excel file, etc. You can put multiple signs here, equations here. You can even include video from your device in your PowerPoint, and you can play it here. And you can use the screen recording feature from PowerPoint as well. That is part of the insert menu. Now I'll take a pause here, and I will see what do we have on the PowerPoint. That's why I'm referring to these slides, because on these slides, you'll be able to find the next quiz. So there we go. We have the next quiz here. I will, sorry, come here to the quiz. So maybe Kate, you can help us with having the quiz with us. Here we are. I can see it. So the next quiz, it's a collection of data information. Okay, that is to be delivered to a specific audience. It's a collection of data and information that is to be delivered to a specific audience. It's a PowerPoint show. It's a PowerPoint viewer. It's a scroll bar. It's a voice command. Okay, very good, very quickly. I'm getting feedback. Come on, come on. Share your notes with me. I want to see. Okay, answers are very restricted now to the 2, which makes sense. Makes sense. Very good. Let them come, please.
We do have one more interesting question in the chat, if you don't mind.
Oh,
About the version of your PowerPoint. What version of PowerPoint do you use currently?
okay, so I can showcase it to all of you as well when we are done with this presentation
Okay,
on
thank
my
you.
PowerPoint, but let me come down. It's Office 365. And
Oh, okay, thank
where
you.
did it go? Where did it go? Here it is. Yeah, so it's Office 365 that I'm using. And if there is a specific question on the version, it is 2202. Okie dokie. So I'll go back up. I just went back to the post. There is only one comment and answer on the voice commands, and the majority of the answers are coming onto the PowerPoint viewer. And the next one is onto this slideshow view. So it's a collection of data and information that is to be delivered to a specific audience. Yes, your answer is correct. So it's a PowerPoint viewer. Very good, and I'm quite excited to see the answer. Thank you very much, Kate, for sharing this poll. And I'll quickly jump to the material. We have a lot to go through, so I will come back, and then iSpring. We'll come back to the iSpring, and I will showcase. I will now move back to the other slide. Now I'll stick myself here, and I will go back to the iSpring. Here you can see screen recording feature here as well. So with this feature, by clicking on it, you will get a video recording. Okay, here we are. Video recording option for yourself. Here, you can make a new recording. You can go back to your previous projects as well, and you can create a new project as well by clicking on it, and then you will have all the features here. The good thing about the iSpring Cam Pro is that you can record the video, you can record the mic, you can change the settings as well. So if you're using multiple, let's say, microphones, you can choose one of them. You can include a video in here as well. You can add different transitions between two videos. It's kind of an acting like a video editor as well. So it's very interesting. So you can pull everything here. You can play with it, and then you can save it at any point of time. So it's very simple. And then you can press the button. It will give you a screen where you can choose what you want to record, and then you can record from that as well. So this is another interesting feature that I've been using in PowerPoint and iSpring Suite. And you can see here, what do you want to record? So it gives you an option of camera, it gives you an option of camera and screen, gives you an option of screen only as well. So whatever you like. There are so many interesting dimensions as well that you can choose for your videos, and you can choose your microphones as well. As you can see, I have multiple microphones connected with my device. It allows me to pick any one of those. So I can pick Jabra, I can pick up the video audio setup, or I can pick up the normal audio as well. It's up to you what you want to pick up, but it's very interesting. I would strongly recommend you to go down and try this one yourself. Very, very good. With this, I will move on to the next topic that we have for us. And the next topic is the design part, the most interesting, and I would say the most sexy part of the PowerPoint here. So this tab will help you to boost the visual appeal of your slides. And this is basically giving you multiple existing tabs as well. So I will go back to the empty presentation where it is. Here it is. Okay, it's on the other screen. Sorry for that. And with this design part, you can add multiple designs to your presentations. You can see you can pull any sort of design from here, and you can even save your own current theme as well. If you created a theme, you can save it from this option as well. You can also format the background of your slide. You can increase more transparency. You can see the colors here. You can hide the background. You see the background went off, etc., etc. So there are so many features in this particular, let's say, design tab that you can definitely enjoy using them and entertaining yourself and your audience as well with different colors and design. I mean, it's all about aesthetics. It's all about the outlook that you're presenting. So the better you are in designing your slides, the good it will be in affecting your users and your audience and getting along them on the way of learning. So it is really interesting to have all of these designs over there. I would recommend you to try them and then to share your feedback around how did you find getting along with these designs. You can change the color of the design as well on the right-hand side. So the design tab, as you can see, is more visual, more interactive, more interesting. You can definitely walk through the design bits of it as well. And then I will move on to the next iSpring feature. That's also very interesting. So I will take the empty slide here because this is more, I can play more on that part. This one. So let's go back to the iSpring slide, and there we have Quiz Maker. This is one of my, let's say, personal favorite, because in the quiz, okay, I will save it because I have to save it somehow, and I saved it. You have to make sure that your presentation is saved before you go into the quiz templates and quiz maker application, because that's more of an application that requires your specific attention. So what kind of quiz you want to make for yourself? There can be anything that you would like to create for yourself. You click on the create survey or create. For example, one of the quiz here is how did you find our Safari tour, and you can create multiple options for that, and then you can go to the slide view where it shows how it will show up. And it's very interesting that you can look at it and you can put certain options as well. Is it a survey? Is it a graded? Do you want by results, by choice? How do you want the feedback as well? And there are different feedbacks being selected. So the moment somebody selected, there's a thank you message as well. So this is quite interesting. You can play a lot, and you can see it's a whole application. And there's animation, for example, for your quizzes as well. So it's not just quiz, but it's a proper communicative quiz coming in as well. So once you're ready, you can create a quiz. So here is your quiz. And for example, now I can see and click on it and next. So submit all, and there we go. So the result has been submitted as well. So that's how you can create your questions, different multiple choice questions. You can create true and false. You can create short answers, fill in the blanks, drag the words. This was something I saw in Menti, for example, drag the words and all that. I have it here, and multiple hotspots, etc. So it's very, very interesting, and there's a whole world of quizzes that you can explore in this particular feature as well. So that's, as I said, it's one of my personal favorites, this quiz maker in iSpring Suite, and I recommend this as well to you. So I'll move out now from this quiz, and next topic that we have in hand is definitely transitions. That's also very interesting. So in the transitions bit, we can play with how the slides will appear, how they will come up. So let me show you. It's better than showing you than just having let's say play here. So let me go to the transition. In the transition part, you see multiple transitions here. For example, you have follower, you have splash. Let me apply the flasher. And when I apply that now, let me present this slide, and you will see on every slide we have different, splashing. And okay, this is the previous slide zoom coming in. Maybe we need to finish the zoom here, but I hope you got the idea. So you can put, you see, this is the fall over, or you can make a drape, or you can make curtains. It's up to you what you want to have. A wind, more interactive. Prestige is more of a peel off, you see, or dissolve. So it's up to you what you want, but this is the transition that sets up the base of your transition when it comes to presenting your screen to your audience. So it's very important to have a good transition as well professionally. And if it's fun, obviously, then you even need more transition to advocate the fun part in it. You can also include some voices, audio as well. For example, sorry. This was one of the features we had here, the audio. You can keep it on mouse click, or you can keep it on, I'll keep it no sound, onto auto. So with the previous slide, it will move on. That's up to you. But transition gives you a very beautiful view of how the slides can go up and down, back and forth. With this, I will quickly move on to the next topic. So after the transition, that's very interesting, very, very interesting. I wanted to showcase to you my 555 rule. This is very important for a professional when you are going down, and there's a link to the full video on my YouTube channel for this particular topic as well. So briefly, I will let you know what is this 555 rule. Whenever you're making a presentation, if you keep it in your head, this will help you. The first part is 5 words on a single line. Don't exceed that, because the more you will put the words, the less it will get the concentration of your audience. So try to keep your words on a single line 5 generally. As a rule of thumb, it can be 1 or 2 more, but if you keep it restricted to 5, that will give better impact to your presentation. Then 5 lines of text on a single slide. Don't exceed more than 5 lines. You must have learned often that people say, hey, your slide is very bulky, or your slide is very texty, That's the reason, because you're exceeding the 5 lines. So as a general rule of thumb, keep it to the 5 lines of text in your slide, per slide, and then 5 slides to apply the 2 rules in a row. So 5 slides should be enough in a general rule of thumb to convey your message. So one message, one theme, 5 slides are enough. So this is 555 rule basically sets a limit on the amount of text, number of slides, and number of lines in your presentation. With this, you can keep your audience from being overwhelmed with walls of text and all that, and boredom and all those things, down to very focused and concentrated audience. My tip of the day, 555. Keep it to your mind. Okie dokie. With this, let's move to the animation part. Now, animation gives your presentations meaningful moves, and also a clarity on how you want to move your text, for example. So if I want to bring, for example, the text here in a certain way, I can make it a turn and twist. Not a very good idea, but okay, you can make it in a wipe, it comes up, or it can fly in. So you can play with the text as well, how it appears on the slide. Sometimes it's good to hold certain text to a certain point of time and then release it at the very end of your presentation. And here you can find different animations at different times. So for example, to start means entry of your slide, then emphasis, it stops and shows something, and then how it leaves. These are all different ways, and you can move it on a different path or the motion as well. This sets up how your text is animated on the slides. It's also applicable on the objects as well. For example, if I select, sorry, this one, I can put different kind of animation on this as well, as in how it will appear. You can see, or how it will appear. So you can put it on the objects, you can put it on the text, you can put it on anything whatsoever that is appearing on your slide. You can put this animation bit on it. After the animation, I will go back to our iSpring suite, and there I would like to pick up again one of the features over there. We didn't look at the objects part, so have a look at the objects as well. You can include multiple objects that are available in the suite. It can be a face mask, it can be a razor, a pencil, computers, monitors. The good thing again is that you can choose anything from these, office supplies, etc., etc. So simply you have to go to the objects. Simply there is another feature on the icons as well. You can go and click on the icons, and you can pick any specific icon as well. Very sexy, very interesting. You can even pick some logos here. I found the Google here. You can pick even the numbers to make more impression in your communication when you're presenting the content over there. So this is to substantiate your content as well, and so much so you can even pick up the backgrounds on your application. So you click on the backgrounds, and there will be so many backgrounds available: stores, public places. You can pick offices, hospitals, restaurants. So you need something to make your PowerPoint more powerful. The content is here in this iSpring suite in the content library. So that was yet another feature that I wanted to walk you all through. And with this, I will move on to the next topic in hand, and that is this slideshow part as well. Here, you will be able to view the slideshow that you have created. So you can start it from the first slide, or you can start it from the current, and then you can rehearse yourself. And I will showcase it to you here. So for example, you have the slideshow model here, and in the slideshow, you have ability to record from current and from beginning as well. It's just a recording. You can start from here, and it goes to the start, presenting me. Okay, I've lost the traction here, and I go back to the slideshow. Then you can slide show with a custom slide. You can rehearse with a coach as well. I'll come to that at the end. I've kept it for you all. And then you can pick up any monitor as well. So where should it showcase? So I have a standard monitor on my computer. I have an extra monitor where I'm showcasing this presentation to you. Which one I would like to pick, I can pick up. Whichever I will select here, your PowerPoint presentation will blow over there. So it will showcase over there. So you can have multiple slides over there. You can pick up the subtitles as well. It's your choice. You can put language, and you can put it wherever you want on your slide. So that is also a facility available in this slideshow where you can pull them in. Okie dokie. And I will be quick because I know I'm left with only 5 minutes. So there is a review tab. You can review and compare multiple presentations. So what you have to do is you have to select two presentations here and click on accept. It will showcase to you what was changed. So there's a version 1 and version 2. You can compare what was changed in this presentation. You can add new comments here as well, and you can add multiple spelling checks in PowerPoint as well. F7 is the shortcut key, but you can use this button as well. I would request, Kate, if you can showcase the last of our quizzes here as well. In the meanwhile, I will go back to the slideshow part, and where I would like to show the coaching friend or the colleague we have. So the PowerPoint has a speaker coach as well. So the speaker coach is part of the slideshow. There is the rehearse with the coach. I cannot demonstrate because I'm already presenting something to you guys. You can use it, and it will actually, you will stop the rehearsal and it will start recording your presentation, and it will then give you a chance to check. For example, if you've been using a lot of fillers, like if I'm using a lot of times, or I'm very repetitive with some of my words, etc., etc., it will give you a trigger on that hey, you're making this mistake. So this is the original, this is the filler, what you need to do, and eventually it will give you a very, very beautiful feedback summary as well, in order to get you a clarity on what was your speed. Because when you're presenting, speed is very important. If you're too slow or too fast, that's not really good. You cannot cover your content. So when you're finished with your presentation, I would always recommend you to go with the rehearsing part, so that you can showcase yourself, what you have been preparing, what you're presenting to yourself as well. So what are the key benefits of using PowerPoint? It allows you to access a presentation anywhere. It also helps you to make your presentation stand out, as we use some features here. It allows you to custom design, as we did today, to design in any shape and format you want to do that. And it allows you to export your work from one computer to another as well. With this, I'm pretty sure that you're able to see on your screen as we speak the quiz as well. And very good. I see already there are a lot of answers coming in as well. So the question is, to maintain the balance and simplicity your presentation, designers recommend using maximum of fonts and styles and effects. So we have 2, 5, 4, 7. A lot of answers are coming on 5. And I see 2 as well as one of the good answers. So, well, it's ideal to keep it on, let's say, from 2 to 5, I would say, when it comes to the styles. Still, I would say maximum of 5 is the limit that you need to keep a variation of fonts. 2 is the ideal, that you keep it maximum to 2 fonts and effects in order to get your presentation in a very, very memorable way, and in a more effective way as well. So with this, I would also like to showcase here that on iSpring, when you go on the website, you have a chat window over there. And I've personally tried that. Very impressive response time. They're always there to help you. You go there on the website, right there, what is your question and query? If you are not able to understand properly here, right over there, you will immediately get an answer. So there is somebody there to hear you, always on their website. So I recommend you to go there and chat. Obviously, on the iSpring Solutions website, you will find all the features and much more over there. It's a very interesting one. I recommend you to go there. Go to my channel, Excel to Excel. The link is there in the presentation, and definitely you will enjoy a lot of other PowerPoint presentation related trainings as well. And with this, we come to the end of the presentation. I would like to thank all of you for being here, and over to you, Kate, if you want to have some conclusive words with the audience.
Sure. Thank you so much, Suleiman, for today's presentation. And also, if you have just a couple of minutes, I think we can cover one question from the chat, because we had so many questions. I really tried to cover all of them. And yes, uh, there was one question about synchronization. Does either any synchronization in iSpring Suite with the slides and animation? Do you know anything about that?
Okie dokie. I'm not sure if I'm able to get the question rightly. So synchronization, I'm just looking at the chat.
Like,
Understand?
Yes, if we are adding audio to slides, can we synchronize it with the slides? So for,
Okay,
yeah,
I got the question now. So no, it is also very interesting. I think who was it? The question was from Amanda. It was Amanda, I guess. Yes, it was Amanda.
maybe,
Yeah, it was
maybe.
Amanda. So Amanda, very good question. What I've used so far, the iSpring suite, and seen these, let's say, syncing things coming up, it is automatic. So when it comes to the audio, when it comes to the screenshot recording, it is automatically synced. You just have to simply click on the save, and it automatically gets synced to your presentation. And good thing is that when you will start presenting that slide, it will go with the flow. So as a matter of fact, with this application, as per my experience so far, it is auto sync. So it goes directly synced into your presentation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I see that we are running out of time. And if you have any questions, please send them in the to our email. You can send it directly to me to kate.nicholson@ispring.com, and if any to directly to Suleiman, I will try to forward everything to him.
I will
I
look
hope
forward.
Suleiman, yeah, okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Suleiman, again for joining this session, for showing the power of PowerPoint, so many features. It was really great presentation. And thank you everyone for joining and spending this valuable hour with us today. And I also want to ask you to fill out our survey that you will see after this webinar, because it helps us to provide you with more relevant information. Thank you everyone, and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Goodbye.